Good evening, folks. I'm Fencer Setch, and I'm here live at Burdick Field, home to the 2020 Major League Wiffle Ball World Series Quarantine Classic. Today, we got a special presentation for you, taking a look at Game 7, which will be held right here on Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. Central Time. Let's jump right in. Here's what we got going on for our special today. First, we're going to have a recap of Games 4, 5, and 6, just catch everyone up to speed. After that, we have a bunch of exclusive one-on-ones with players from both sides, just get their perspective on everything. After that, we're going to take a quick look at the award races and where the players stand on there. And finally, we have Fencer's keys to winning Game 7. Let's hop right in.
Game 4 was the first blowout of the series. The Toronto Big Dogs just producing offense right off the bat, and no matter what the Whifflin Wizards threw at them, Toronto just overpowered and ultimately took the game with a dominating 11-5 outing. Ethan Mraz with what seemed to be the dagger for the team in only the third inning when Kyle Kubacki put himself into pitch to Mraz because Kubacki was, and I quote, feeling really good about pitching to Ethan, end quote. Kubacki floated one over to the plate, to which Mraz just absolutely destroyed and sent the piss missile into center field. Mraz also dominated on the mound, recording 17 strikeouts on only 2 earned runs to tie the series up at 2 games apiece. Game 5 was a bit of a different story. While it looked as though it was going to be a repeat of Game 4, with Toronto getting out to an early lead, Birmingham scored 6 runs in the bottom of the 5th to tie the game up. However, it just wasn't enough, as yet another game went into extra innings, and Toronto coming out on top by 1 after Nathan Johnjude hit the go-ahead RBI in the top of the 10th to seal the victory. Not really much to talk about in Game 6, Birmingham just absolutely dominating with a 16-7 win. Kyle Kubacki scoring his first career home run, and Spencer Fetch once again breaking the Major League Wiffle Ball postseason record, recording 21 strikeouts in Game 6. Let's go ahead and move into some of our exclusive one-on-one with some of the guys.
Our first exclusive one-on-one goes to Toronto Big Dogs, Ethan Mraz. Ethan, just kind of tell us what your game plan is going into Game 7 on Sunday.
Look, we're just there to win. Nothing else. That's it.
Ethan, right now you're the favorite in the Cy Young Award race. Just kind of your thoughts on that and how you've really kept up that level of play throughout the whole series.
I'm not surprised. You know, the competition I'm facing, it's not that good, so it's not that hard.
And Ethan, just one more question. Who do you feel is really your biggest threat at the plate throughout the course of this series, and especially going into Game 7 on Sunday?
Probably Spencer Fetch. He's the only one that can actually hit my so anything I leave over the plate or hang, he's most likely going to hit it, but you know, it's all up to me to make my pitches and make it good.
Oh, thanks, Ethan, for your time. Good luck on Sunday. We really appreciate you sitting down with us, and let's hop into the next interview. Next one-on-one goes to Clay Amadon, who's live via satellite, currently in Rhode Island, negotiating his terms with Copperfit to be the next face of Copperfit Calf Sleeves. Clay, how's it going up there?
Pretty good. About yourself?
First and foremost, we want to hear what's going up in Rhode Island with those contract negotiations, Clay. We want to know who's really going to be the next face of Copperfit Calf Sleeves.
Yeah, I think it's coming pretty close. I got a chance to sit down with Brett Favre, ask him a few questions, and he gave me a few tips on how to work my way into this negotiation deal for this sponsorship. So everything's going pretty well. I think I'm going to be the new big face of Copperfit pretty soon.
So tell me, Clay, what does you and your team have to do to come out on top in Game 7 on Sunday?
I think that a big thing is to keep that confidence, but I also think a big thing is to not go cocky. I think that a huge downfall of teams is that they think that they're going into the last game thinking that they're on top of the world, but in all seriousness, they're just the same team as they was before. So I think we just need to go into it with a level head and play the same way that we've been playing.
So one more thing, Clay, just tell me, how much would this championship mean to you and your team?
The championship would mean a lot to the team. I think that would mean a lot to the city of Birmingham. I think that throughout this quarantine, we can rest assured that the Quarantine Classic is here to stay, maybe with a name change or two. But I think that this series is going to start a new history of ball play.
Well, Clay, we love hearing from you, and we're just so glad that you had the time to talk to us. Stay safe, travel safe, and we can't wait to see you on Sunday. Good luck.
Can't wait to play on Sunday. I'm looking forward to it. Be there. Everybody be there. It's going to be a great game. Go Birmingham.
And now from the Birmingham Whifflin Wizards, we have breakout star Kyle Kubacki. Kyle, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
So last game you had your first career home run. Just walk us through that moment and just what was going through your mind as that really happened.
It was huge. I mean, I've been struggling all series, but previously to the top of the third, I was walking to the dugout and Nathan pushed me. So I was like, oh, I'm furious now. I got in the batter's box, took a big swing, and after I hit it, I didn't see where it was, and I hear everybody freaking out. I see the ball soaring into left field, goes over the wall, and man, let me tell you, that was about as great as the first time
Kyle, you obviously had a huge Game 6. How are you going to carry that momentum going into Game 7 on Sunday?
You know, hopefully I'm going to have another outing that's as good as Game 6. You know, I've been practicing more, getting my grind going on more, been in the weight room, you know, doing them curls and stuff, getting those hips in there. You know, just hopefully destroy Ethan as much as I did Nate, because, you know, they're about the same pitcher.
And just one more question for you, Kyle. Besides you, who do you think is really going to be the most valuable contributor to Game 7 from your team?
You know, nothing against Owen and Spencer. They're both great players and have had great series. But honestly, I'm thinking Clay Amadon is going to pull something out of nowhere and just, you know, have the game of his life and help us win that trophy, man.
Kyle, we love talking to you. We really appreciate you sitting down with us. And good luck on Sunday. And we can't wait to see you at Game 7.
Go Birmingham, Whifflin Wizards.
And now, another Birmingham Whifflin Wizard. We're talking to my dear friend, Spencer Fetch. Spencer, it's been a while since I've seen you. How are you doing, and just making sure that you're staying safe out there?
Spencer, it has been a long time, and we're really happy to see you. I'm doing good. I'm staying safe, and you know, all of us at the Fetch household are hoping that you do the same thing.
Spence, you had a relatively dominating performance in Game 6 pitching-wise, and your team's calling on you again to try and catch this dub in Game 7. Just what are your thoughts on how that's going to go down on Sunday?
You know, I got to put it over the plate. That's all you can really do. Put it over the plate, kind of get in their heads, and that's all you can really do.
You've been struggling at the plate a little bit. Just tell us what you've been doing to try and prevent that, and what's going to happen on Game 7, and if that's going to affect your performance.
Well, Fencer, I've just put in some extra work in lately. You know, when you're in a slump, all you can do is hit your way out of it. That's all I can really do right now, and just wait and see what happens on Sunday.
And finally, pretty hot pitching battle on Sunday. Mraz versus Fetch, Ace versus Ace. What's your game plan going into Game 7?
Strikes, and more strikes. You know, I started out the series pretty hot. We set a couple postseason records, which were then broken and reset. So hoping to set another strikeout record. That's my game plan. Just striker out.
And our last interview, we're talking to Nathan Johnsrud, starting catcher for the Toronto Big Dogs. Woo-hoo-hoo. Nathan, what's going on today?
You know, I'm just here doing my thing, ready to whoop some ass on the Whifflin Wizards, whatever you call those.
Alrighty, Nathan. So right now, you're the fan favorite for the Steins Chirper of the Year. How does your trash talk play into your game as a ball player?
My trash talk plays into my game by pretty much just getting inside their heads, making sure they know that the Nathan Johnsrud is there, and making sure they know that he's going to be there behind the plate all game, and it really with them, clearly.
You've been really picking it up on offense the past couple of games. We just want to know kind of what changes you did to make that happen.
Well, I knew that Spencer Fetch, he was not going to be the best pitcher since he's pitching all innings every single time. I also know that Owen Daly pitches like a little female girl, and I know that he's easy to pick out on, so I just take what I can get, and when I put it down the middle, I swing at that.
And finally, Nathan, what are you doing to prepare yourself for Game 7?
I am preparing pretty hardcore. I'm drinking some Jose Carrero.
All right, Nathan, great hearing from you. Can't wait to see you on Sunday.
Well, I'll see you on Sunday.
And looking at the award races going into Game 7, Ethan Mraz in the lead for Subatsi's Cy Young Award by 1 vote. Nathan Johnsrud just blowing everyone out of the water for the Steins Gardens and Gifts Chirper of the Year. Owen Daly in the lead, a very big lead I might add, for the Subway Golden Glove. Clay Amadon leading by just a hair in the Big League Chew Catcher of the Year. And the David Jumbo Sunflower Seeds MVP leader is Ethan Ross, with Spencer Fetch following him by 2 votes. And finally, we have Fencer's keys to winning Game 7. Effort is going to be a factor in Game 7 more than it has in any other game. We know both teams are going to leave everything they have on the field and will definitely be a deciding factor in who's crowned champions. Now, with Fetch and Mraz on the mound, we just have absolutely 100% no clue who's going to be able to hit the ball on either side. With both aces bringing the juice, the team who can get some good wood on it will be the team taking home the Wicked Whiffler. With Johnsrud behind the plate this game, it's very important for Birmingham, specifically Clay Amadon, to stay focused on what's important and not let Johnsrud get in their head. And finally, both teams just need to make smart decisions, and that means playing error-free ball and just having some baseball savvy throughout the whole game.
That's all the time we have for today, folks. We will see you on Sunday at Game 7 of the Major League Wiffle Ball World Series Quarantine Classic right here at Burdick Field at 3 p.m. Central. Stay classy, folks.